Immersed Robot.
Hello everyone and welcome to the VR Ramble, and this week I wanted to just talk very quickly about the unexpected message that appeared on an Xbox recently. So as reported by IGN Italy, a user was trying to install a new Xbox wireless headset, just an audio headset of course, and they were greeted with the message, an update for the VR headset is available. And this was obviously translated from the Italian text, and a lot of people were looking at this and thinking that perhaps this signifies some kind of an introduction to virtual reality to the Xbox platform, which has been notably lacking overall really. People have mentioned this going back for a long time really, about how Microsoft and Xbox have yet to introduce virtual reality to the console market, which just seems like they are really not interested in competing with Sony and the PlayStation VR. So this was an interesting message that a lot of people jumped on, and this generated a few rumours circulating about how this could signify the start of a VR headset, you know, a message that was left in the operating system and just accidentally discovered. Unfortunately, it didn't take long for a Microsoft representative to clarify this situation, and they said, quote, "The copy in this error message is inaccurate due to a localization bug. VR for console is not a focus for us at this time." So that was a little bit of a downbeat quote, unfortunately, from Microsoft. But it does open up the question, will VR ever come to Xbox? Because it's something that a lot of people will speak about, and Microsoft have delved into VR in the past with their Windows mixed reality platform, of course, you know, teaming up with third parties for various VR headsets which work to varying degrees. There are some which were outstanding VR headsets, others perhaps a little bit more mediocre, but they have experimented with virtual reality while also experimenting with their own HoloLens headsets as well, which still falls under the umbrella of Windows mixed reality. So I remember there being rumours going back many years where people were talking about perhaps Oculus Rift could eventually become compatible with Xbox if they had some kind of deal behind the scenes going on, because it was around the time when the Xbox controller was bundled with the Oculus Rift CV1, and people were thinking, you know, did that point to the fact that perhaps going forward in the future there would be some kind of compatibility between Rift and Xbox? And these were all rumours going around sort of 2015, 2016, 2017. It never really came to fruition, unfortunately. But around the time of the build-up of this consumer virtual reality platform, the CV1, the HTC Vive and the PlayStation VR, the Xbox One X was announced, and Microsoft specifically mentioned in this announcement that the Xbox One X would be capable of high fidelity VR. Unfortunately, that message was then forgotten about seemingly. They never pushed forward with that, and it was left to be just a traditional gaming console with no mention of VR after that initial announcement. And Phil Spencer as well, he's mentioned various things related to VR over the years in various interviews. He's made comments in the past where he says that console and living room VR really needs to be wireless, and until they get to a point where the technology is possible to make VR linked headsets, you know, console linked VR headsets wireless, then it's not something they're really pursuing. He's also mentioned how he is a fan of VR though. He's mentioned in the past in various interviews how he's played Half-Life Alyx and he thought it was a fantastic VR experience. But you know, they've really not shown anything publicly about any really willingness, any interest to really push forward with console-based VR systems. And people will often say things like, why not just make those Windows mixed reality headsets compatible with VR? And I can understand where this message comes from. It's, I guess it's just sort of voicing the frustrations with Xbox not providing any kind of VR solution at this moment. Unfortunately, I don't see that being an approach for them. I don't see them just updating their firmware on the Xbox and saying, right, now you can connect Windows mixed reality headsets to this platform. I believe that if they were really going to go in with console-based VR headsets, then they would want to make it a true Xbox branded VR headset. And Windows mixed reality headsets, a lot of them now are showing their age. We do have the HP Reverb G2, of course, which is a very high resolution headset, but even that, you know, you would expect perhaps some extra functionality of a true Xbox branded headset. And that's what I hope for eventually. But as time goes on, they persist to show very little interest in console VR at this point. And overall, over the past few years, Xbox have continued to persist in showing very little interest in console-based VR really. And they are sort of solidly focused on this Game Pass platform, which is an exceptional service which they're offering. It's great value for money, but it's only 2D gaming, and this is the frustration for anybody that is within the VR community. They want Microsoft to enter the market, create some kind of, real competition for Sony, who are dominating the console VR market. Of course, we've got things like the Oculus Quest 2 now, and they are really directly going against something like the PlayStation VR, because there are two headsets which are very much living room based, console based headsets. The Oculus Quest 2 is its own platform, it's its own self-contained ecosystem, very much so, very much like a console, and that really positions it directly against something like the PlayStation VR. So if we could have another competitor enter that space, something like Microsoft with Xbox, with the console VR headset alongside the PlayStation VR, then that would be a great opportunity for them. Unfortunately, at this stage, they're continuing to show very little interest in VR, and it's a frustration for myself and very much, members of the VR community as well. I think it will be a great thing for them to enter the market at this stage, but it's something they are still keeping at arm distance, unfortunately. While Microsoft are still showing an interest in VR and the Windows mixed reality platform going forward, it's not really something they want to add onto the console market at this moment in time. Now, will Xbox eventually be getting VR? Well, my thought is that I think as time goes on, it will become increasingly difficult for them to stay out of this space. Questions are constantly being asked of them regarding this, and I just believe that as the market grows, eventually Microsoft will decide that now is the time to enter the market. And also, it's difficult to think that they are not working on these systems behind the scenes anyway, and it could be 2 years away, 3 years away, we don't know at this time. But I think it would be a mistake for Microsoft not to really take notice of where the market is at this time and start to plan their strategy around this. So we could see a VR headset in a couple of years from Microsoft on the Xbox platform, or we could not. It's very much in the air, and these rumours, I'm sure we'll continue to see these things come out. Little glimpses here and there of perhaps Microsoft will eventually provide an Xbox VR headset, but for now it looks like it's still not imminent, unfortunately. So fingers crossed for the future, but it looks like we are still going to have to wait a little bit longer, unfortunately. So that's the only topic I've got for this week's VR Ramble. It was just something of note that I noticed this week, and I did want to make a quick video about it. And also with my opinions regarding them not bringing Windows mixed reality headsets, making them compatible with the Xbox platform, let me know if I'm wrong about this in comments. Whenever I make these videos, these Ramble videos, I will give my own opinions on them, but on any one day my opinions can change. So I'm not steadfast in those opinions at all. So if people want to leave their own thoughts in comments on why I could be wrong about that, then of course I'll take those on board, and I could very well change my mind too. But these are just little VR rambling videos that I'm enjoying doing at the moment. So thank you for watching, have a great weekend everybody, and I'll see you next time.
Please hesitantly tap the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more concise and informative VR content. You can also join our Discord by clicking on the link in the description of this video. And, as always, I'll catch you on the flippity flip.